Welcome to Channel Shadowline. Today, we're diving into some of the most shocking robberies ever captured on CCTV. These real security cam moments show just how fast situations can unfold and how staying aware can make all the difference. Remember, this video is for awareness and educational purposes only. Stay alert. It was a bright October midday, busy, loud, and completely ordinary. But that calm snapped the moment two silver Nissans rolled into the shopping center parking lot. One stopped right by the entrance. The other waited a few rows back, engines running, timing every second. From the first car, an armed man stepped out and walked into the mall with purpose. CCTV caught him scanning the area, then giving a subtle signal. And instantly, the scene erupted. A group of armed robbers burst toward a shop inside, sprinting with absolute intent. Their plan was fast, aggressive, and carefully rehearsed, but they didn't expect what came next. The shop owner saw them approaching and drew a firearm of his own. The quiet hallway exploded with gunfire. Shoppers screamed, alarms blared, and the clean, echoing corridor turned into chaos in seconds. The robbers, shaken by the resistance, began to unravel. Their coordination collapsed. Panic took over. They turned and ran, bolting back toward the parking lot, scrambling for the two waiting Nissans, desperate to get away before everything closed in on them. In the end, their bold midday attack fell apart, and the CCTV footage captured it all. A vivid reminder of how quickly a normal afternoon can spiral into pure chaos in the heart of a busy city. It was a calm October day. The owner had just parked their car and stepped onto private property, thinking nothing of it. But only seconds later, another vehicle pulled up beside the parked car. A criminal jumped out, moved quickly, and without hesitation, smashed the window. In a matter of moments, they grabbed everything valuable inside and fled, leaving shattered glass and confusion behind. The entire theft happened so fast, caught only by nearby cameras, a reminder of how quickly a normal day can be disrupted by a gray Toyota rolled to a stop at a busy traffic light, everything calm for a split second. But out of nowhere, a robber rushed up to the driver's side. With the window open, he reached straight in, snatching the phone right from the driver's hand. In an instant, he vanished into the crowd, leaving the driver shocked and powerless. Another reminder of how fast street theft can strike. A white car rolled into a quiet gas station, the driver settling in as she waited for the attendant. It was calm, too calm. The soft hum of lights, the distant sound of passing cars. Nothing to hint at the danger seconds away. Then another vehicle slid into the lot. Slow, deliberate. Two robbers stepped out with cold precision, moving straight toward the white car. Before the driver could even turn her head, both men were at her window, guns raised, voices sharp and demanding. Shock froze her in place. With no time to think and nowhere to run, she was forced out of the vehicle, hands up, as the armed men pushed forward and took control. The entire gas station continued its routine, unaware, while this terrifying moment unfolded in silence. In a flash, the robbers jumped into the driver's seat, doors slamming shut as the engine roared. They sped off, disappearing into the night before anyone could react. What started as a simple stop for fuel turned into a sudden, violent hijacking, captured only by security cameras. A chilling reminder of how quickly a peaceful moment can erupt into chaos. It started as a calm afternoon outside a small workshop. A white Volkswagen Polo sat parked on the street, nothing unusual about it. But that changed when another white car approached and stopped close by. Two men stepped out, looking around before checking the Polo's doors. Locked. Frustrated, but not discouraged, they repositioned their own vehicle and returned with even more focus. One robber quickly forced the Polo's door open, slipping inside with practiced speed. The second robber quietly parked their car to look less suspicious, trying to blend in with the street. Inside the Polo, the first robber began working urgently, trying to start the engine, pulling at wires, attempting every trick he knew. But the car wouldn't respond. Just then, a Mercedes rolled slowly toward them. The robber in the Polo lifted a hand, telling the driver to wait. The Mercedes hovered nearby, clearly part of the operation, watching the street while the thief kept struggling behind the wheel. Minutes passed as they tried different methods, but the ignition refused to cooperate. Meanwhile, inside the workshop, a worker stepped out for a smoke. He looked over casually, then froze. He quietly recognized what was happening and walked back inside without attracting attention. Seconds later, the workshop door swung open and 5 workers rushed out, yelling and throwing whatever they could grab. Stones, tools, anything to chase the criminals away. The robbers panicked instantly. The thief inside the Polo jumped out, abandoning the attempt. His partner sprinted back to their car, while the Mercedes sped up to escape. Within moments, all 3 suspects were gone, fleeing down the street as the workers continued shouting after them. What began as a quiet moment on an ordinary afternoon turned into a fast, chaotic confrontation. The attempted theft failed completely, captured clearly on CCTV, showing how quickly criminals can strike and how quickly a community can come together to stop them. It was a calm evening inside a small barbershop, just another quiet night of trims and conversation. A man walked in, looking like a regular customer, taking a seat and observing the room. Nothing seemed unusual. But seconds later, 2 more men rushed in behind him and everything changed. The 3 were clearly working together. One blocked the exit while the others moved in fast. The barber tried to pull his phone away, hoping to save it, but a robber ripped it straight from his hands. Another pointed a gun, demanding phones, wallets, and anything of value. Customers froze as the robbers swept through the shop, taking belongings with cold confidence. Within moments, the trio grabbed everything they could and slipped back out the door, leaving the barbershop stunned, shaken, and suddenly silent. A gray Jeep pulled up to a quiet property, the owner heading inside without noticing anything unusual. Nearby, a white car was parked, seemingly harmless. But the moment the owner was out of sight, a robber jumped out and ran straight to the Jeep. Finding the doors locked, he smashed the window and tried repeatedly to break in. He paused, scanning the area, clearly working with a team. Someone watching the surroundings and calling updates over a radio. Seconds later, the robber climbed through the shattered window, dropped into the driver's seat, and managed to start the engine. The white car moved first, the stolen Jeep right behind it. In under a minute, both vehicles were gone. An organized hit executed with speed and precision. A cherry-colored pickup sat parked on a busy street, surrounded by people who had no idea what was about to happen. A robber walked by casually, then suddenly struck the window, breaking just enough of it to reach inside. In seconds, he unlocked the door and grabbed 2 bags from the seat. He handed one bag to his partner waiting nearby, while a third man stood off to the side pretending to be on his phone, clearly acting as lookout. The robbers didn't run, they simply walked away together, disappearing into the crowd. A coordinated theft carried out in plain sight. A group of robbers had just stolen a van, speeding away from the scene with total confidence. They were on the phone with their partners in crime, coordinating their escape as if everything was going perfectly. What they didn't know, what they never even thought to check, was that a hidden camera was mounted inside the stolen vehicle, recording every second. As they drove, bragged, and planned their next move, the camera caught it all. Their voices, their faces, even their calls for backup. The van's interior became their own live confession booth, capturing the entire getaway in crystal-clear footage. They thought they were disappearing into the night, but the evidence was riding right along with them. A delivery van pulled up near a building, the driver stepping out for just a moment. Everything looked routine until a car suddenly approached from the front, stopping inches away from the van. Armed robbers jumped out, shouting and forcing the driver back. Before he could react, they pushed him toward the rear and locked him inside the back of the van, trapping him in total danger while they took control of the vehicle. The hijackers moved fast, jumping into the driver's seat as their own car pulled away first. Seconds later, both vehicles sped off together, disappearing from the scene. What began as a simple delivery stop turned into a terrifying, coordinated hijacking, caught entirely on camera. Thanks for watching today's breakdown here on Shadowline. If you found this video interesting or informative, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any future uploads. Your support helps us continue sharing real security footage and awareness stories from around the world. Turn on notifications so you're always up to date, and let us know in the comments what cases you'd like to see next. Stay alert, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one, right here on Shadowline.